Hello again, and welcome to the Week 4 review and Week 5 preview of the Jugs and Nugs Fantasy Football League. This week is one theme: Bailout. Yes, friends, it appears that some of our brethren took stock in overrated players in the draft, and now they're looking to bail. Bad. They're burning up the waiver wire. They're trying to trade. They're doing ad drops. They're doing anything they possibly can to make their rosters better. Well, guess what? It ain't working. So while all those guys are lining up all their burnt running backs and wide receivers, let's get right to the review. First, we start off with a new segment, something completely original and something that I came up all by myself. It's called the Game of the Week. Yes, I know what you're going to say. It ended in a tie. But this game had a lot more if you look deep into it. You had two teams with over 100 points. Even though both guys had a guy who came up with nothing, you had a kicker scoring 19 points to basically save Scooter. You had Dave finally getting production out of Steven Jackson, but sitting a quarterback on the bench that scores 6 touchdowns. Scooter comes within a near decapitation of winning his game. Dave Goins comes within a friggin' heart attack by McGahee winning his game. And Dave nearly has us all wrapped up on Monday night, but then Scooter's guy comes in, Hines Ward, and finally gets the 5 points he needs at the last second to tie the game. All that, plus the fact that all the other games pretty much sucked. And that's how you get the Ass Clowns and the Majanas tied at 110 points, being the game of the week. Now for the rest of the games. First is going to be Frisky, me, beating Jay 146 to 84. Difference in this game is pretty simple. I have a quarterback that almost throws for 500 yards and a few touchdowns. Jay has a quarterback that finally came down to earth. I have a running back that almost runs for 200 yards and a couple touchdowns. Jay has a running back that forgot to show up to the game. Not much more to say there than having Jay saying, "Help me, Eli Manning, you're my only hope." Well, check it out. The douches won a game. Of course, they're playing Sean. 118-68. This could actually be a sign of things to come. Greg Jennings busted out, Jake Delhomme actually showed up, and Steve Smith is ready for his close-up finally. And as for Sean, it was a little bit of cautery and a lot of suck. Sean's ass is still on fire from his bailout of Larry Johnson. But watch out, guys. He's not ready to give up on Terrell Owens just yet. I'd say give him about 3 more losses and he's going to be pimping out that bitch like a $2 hope. Another person looking for the bailout is the commissioner himself, who just lost to Mick 113-91. And 91 points isn't that bad, but it ain't coming from Andre Johnson, and it certainly isn't coming from Braylon Edwards. Mick, with a very balanced attack, was able to smother him up, and he may now have to whore out Danny and Tomlinson just to get a little side action with the receivers. Sorry, Commish. Better luck next year. Actually, wait a minute, Chris. Hold that thought. I sense 5 trade offers from Darryl coming in now. Tits upended Charlie in 109-82. He used the blast from the past technique of having Lavernius Coles and Mushin Muhammad score a boatload of points. Tommy, on the other hand, tried the "I'm going to not score any touchdowns and stick my thumb up my ass" trick. Not too much success there. This is Tommy's first loss of the season. It's due to the fact mostly that someone actually scored points against him. This just in. Tommy's also thinking about bailing out. He's thinking about bailing out on Charlene Tilden. He is looking into Cheryl Teague, possibly Raquel Welch. He's going to have both those women come in later for a physical. And now another new segment. Unlike the first one, which was an original made up by me, solely by me, never been done before. This one I actually stole from a few people. It's called the Jugs and Nugs Completely Fucking Horrific Game of the Week. And now my review of the Jugs and Nugs Completely Fucking Horrific Game of the Week between Ed and Darryl, who tied at 69. This game was completely fucking horrific. As far as the picks go, ties don't mean squadoosh. So I'm back to even on the air. Just going to stick with that strategy of picking the teams that score more points. First game up is douches and dongs. JJ's got the Giants back and he's cock-locking ready to rock. Going with the dongs. Next game is squeds and tits. Here's something I've never said before in my life. Tits are looking good. Then we got ass clowns and the picks. Not too many wide receivers to speak of in this game, but I've done real well riding Scooter for a while, so... Oh, sorry, Scooter. I'm still going to ride you, though. Charlene and Creamy Goodness. Tommy's best receiver suspended for being an asshole. Well, them's the breaks. Going with the commish. Manginas and the Frisky Dingo Experience. Alright, Dave, let me get this straight. You don't have Steven Jackson, Denver's playing Tampa, and I get Westbrook back. And finally, Excellence and the, again newly named, Steppin' fucking Stone. This game's got that new segment written all over it. But Darryl, don't think I forgot about you. You don't denounce that 90-year-old grandma running that football team on the West Coast, I ain't picking you. Go Stones! That's all I got for this week, guys. But just one more thing for those guys trying to bail out right now. Go with your first instinct. You drafted these guys for a reason. You got to stick with them. It's a long season. There's no need to start trading guys left and right. Start picking random guys at the last second. Calling the commissioner because you're at D'Angelo's trying to pick up a sandwich at 5 of 1. Just remember that good things come to those who wait. See you next week.